Before closing these observations on the Shwarmadazi, I will give the best account of that land that I am present able to do. Some day, perhaps, I may share the fate of the Oxford professor in The Wrong Paradise, and go there myself, but so far my information is second-hand. It is like this world. There are towns and villages, rivers, mountains, bush, plantations, and markets. When the sun rises here, it sets in Shwarmadazi. It has its pleasures and its pains, not necessarily retributive or rewarding, but dim. All souls in it grow forward or backward into the prime of life and remain there. Some informants say, others say that each inhabitant remains there at the same age as he was when he quitted the world above. This latter view is most like the southwest one. The former is possible only an attempt to make Shwarmadazi into a heaven in confirmation with Christian teaching, which it is not, any more than it is a hell. I have much curious information regarding its flora and fauna. A great deal of both is seemingly indigenous, and then there are the souls of great human beings, the Ashwarmansvi, and the souls of all the human beings, animals, and things sent down with them. The ghosts do not seem to leave off their interest in mundane affairs, for they not only have local palavers, but try palavers left over from their earthly existence. And when there is an outbreak of sickness in a Fanti town or a village, and several inhabitants die off, the opinion is often held that there is a big palaver going on down in Shwarmadazi, and that the spirits are sending up on earth for witnesses, subpoenaing them, as it were. Medicine men or priests are called in to find out what particular earthly grievance can be the subject of the ghost palaver, and when they have ascertained this, they take the evidence of everyone in the town on this affair as if it were on commission, and transmit the information to the court sitting in Shwarmadazi. This prevents the living from being incommoded by personal journeys down below, and although the priests have their fee, it is cheaper in the end, because the witnesses' funerals expenses would fall heavier still. Although far more elaborated and thought out than any other African underworld I have ever come across, the Shwarmadazi may be taken as a type of all the African underworlds. The Bantu's idea of a future life is a life spent in as much such a place. As far as I can make out, there is no definite idea of eternity. I have even come across cases in which doubt was thrown on the present existence of the creating God, but I think this has arisen from attempts having been made to introduce concise conceptions into the African mind, conceptions that are quite foreign to its true nature and which alarm and worry it. You never get the strange idea of the difference between time and eternity. The idea, I mean, that they are different things in the African that one frequently gets in cultured Europeans. And as for the human soul, the Africans always believes that still the spirit is whole, and life and death but shadows of the soul. That is end of chapter 15, and we'll continue with chapter 16, Fetish concluded.